Ever since Ben Lucas was in high school, he wanted to be in the military. So, of course, as soon as he got out of the military, signed a 5-year contract and left for the Navy. We all got a hold of him a couple weeks later and said, how's it going? How are you liking it? He said, it's okay, but I can't wait to be done. I can't wait to be out, and I can't wait to be home. So, 5 years later, he got out, came home, started going to school. A couple months later, he said he wanted to join again. And we said, well, why did you want to do that? You complained for 5 years that you wanted to be out, so why would you want to go back? He said, I just have this feeling. I just need the military as a part of my life, and that's what I want to do. So we all supported him. He ended up signing a 6-year contract and ended up doing 11 total years in the military. So we're here to celebrate the life of Ben Lucas. He's been around the world and around the country to support all of us back home. We've all has lost someone close to us, or we've all lost someone close to us, and Ben is no exception. He was a great guy and was lost way too soon. So we're going to take a look back at all the lives that Ben has directly impacted. He volunteered to help those in need through different situations. He volunteered for Habitat for Humanity. He donated time and money, and he also offered his help during Hurricane Katrina and more recently Hurricane Irma. While he was in California, he donated money to different charities, and he volunteered for Habitat for Humanity. During his free time, he enjoyed helping those in need by volunteering with the Habitat for Humanity, which he did construction in the Navy, so he liked to hone in and he liked to sharpen up his skills while he did that at the same time. He also felt he should donate to specific charities just through his life, different people he met. He started liking different charities and thought that they needed a little more attention. So whenever he could, he liked to donate and help those charities. So he supported victims during Hurricane Katrina and also more recently Hurricane Irma. When he went down to Mississippi for a few weeks after Katrina and helped different people clean up their houses, helped the city, taking down trees, cleaning up office buildings, anything he could, wherever they asked, he helped them to do that. More recently, for Hurricane Irma, he went up to a different place up north in Wisconsin, and he helped send out hundreds of Army National Guard members to go down to Florida to help clean up. He didn't directly go there, but people that go down to help, they have to have a way to get there, and he thought the best thing that he had the opportunity to do was to help them get down there, so that's what he did. He was selfless when it came to volunteering and helping those in need. While being selfless, he felt a calling to serve our country in the military. He served 11 years in the armed forces. He was a part of the Navy and a part of the Air Force. So he did 5 years in the Navy, and while he was in the Navy, he did 2 different tours to Afghanistan, and he also spent some time in Japan and in various places in Europe. After that, when he joined the Air Guard, he did 6 years there. He did actually a 3rd trip in his military career to Afghanistan, so he spent a lot of time there. And then he also, with the National Guard, you have to do different things to where it's not long periods of time, but it's time you gotta leave. So it's 2 weeks here, 3 weeks, a month, anytime. So every chance he could, he'd like to go off to different areas and train, just to make him a better part of the Air Force and make him an actual asset to the military as a whole. So he spent nearly half his life in the military. While serving in the Air Force, he lived on his own, working and going to school full-time for civil engineering. He spent 7 years in college and had multiple jobs throughout. His family moved away, so he had to work, pay the bills, and pay for a place to live the whole time. So he had different jobs such as an engineering intern, a janitor, a painter, and a Home Depot associate. He went to school full-time for 6 years, and then part-time for 1 year, finding time to study, do homework between work and his long commute to work. He finished civil engineering in 2017. He was focused on the future and did what he had to do to be successful. While he spent his whole life helping people and working hard, it's finally his time to rest. Ben was a guy always on the move. He volunteered, served our country, and worked nonstop to become a civil engineer. He loved his life. It may have seemed that he could not stop to catch a breath, but he had goals and he had dreams, and there was no stopping him until he achieved those goals and made those dreams a reality. He wouldn't want us to be sad for him, but instead be inspired to be the best person that we possibly can be. Thank you.